Middle school. These years of your life are either the most entertaining or most atrocious experiences you've ever had to live. With good reason though too. Either you loved it was alright, or you hated it. There was no in between. So with that being said, let's talk about middle school and the things that came with it. First up, we got to talk about the teachers. Alright, so having a middle school teacher, there was like a 50-50 chance of you having the most chillest, lovable teacher you could ever have in the history of school. The other half, you'd have somebody that you'd grow to hate for like the rest of your life because they always targeted you. And it always made the least sense too. But for now, I want to talk about the positive side of teachers. These people were the most positive influences a young kid could have during this time because they always made sure that nobody was left behind, everybody was taken care of, and everybody was knowing what they were doing. Real deal making sure everybody was good because they actually cared about their jobs. And I bet my bottom dollar, whoever had the most positive teacher had the best class in school. Kids would really wake up in the morning with a smile on their face knowing that they had to take that teacher. Matter of fact, this reminds me of that one time that Lil Boosie reunited with his childhood teacher, the only one that believed in him.
I know I'm gonna cry. This was my baby. Oh.
But anyway, I hope that clip just goes to show y'all how much an adult can greatly impact a child's life and why good role models are needed in today's society more than ever. But now, we gotta talk about the part that we all don't like. The worst teachers ever. These people would have a Angstrom Levy reverse flash level hate for you. And for what? Because they don't like their job? Because they don't like school? Because they don't like kids? That's not the kid's fault. Like, the least you can do as a teacher is inspire these children to be something great, something better than what their parents could have been. Because let's be honest, so many of those children had amazing talents at such a young age, but people like this will always try to kill their dreams. And one thing that I never understand is that these adults always try their best to complain about these jobs that they chose to apply for, chose to go to school for, and even chose to stay at that same school for. You chose this predicament. It is all your fault. This is like blaming me because you work at a fast food predicament.
It be these kind of people for me. You mad at me because you work at Whataburger.
You work at Whataburger, not me. Like, what is you talking about, bro? I'm convinced that this is the teacher that 90% of rappers claimed to have had during their childhood. And then they got the audacity to do something like this as early as 8 in the morning. Goodness gracious, I am so sorry that I had to make y'all watch that. Hey, but look though, now that we got past that egregious excuse for education, let's get to the next part. Different types of kids. Ooh wee. Alright, first up we got the absent army. These kids couldn't make it to school if their lives depended on it. They were real deal racking up absences and tardies like it was money or something. Yo, you trying to go band for band?
Nah, bro, let's go absence for absence.
Like, nah, bro, there's just something I don't understand. How can somebody miss so many days of school and not care at all? Matter of fact, you're the OG one-hit wonders. Now you see them, now you don't. Next up, we got the nerds. Now, these is really a 50-50 chance of coming across somebody who will actually help you with your work and somebody else telling you to buzz off. Hey, though, you can't really be mad at them for trying to get their education. They just really care about school for real. Next up, we got the bad kids. Ooh, you'd always see these folks cooped up with the teachers during recess, being mad that they can't enjoy nothing. They were real deal posted up like Arkham Asylum patients, then be mad at you because you got the way. We was real deal staring at them like they were on a Ray Lewis level of insanity when they threw a chair or a desk at somebody. Like, bro, what you mean you did that? But anyways, we got the weird kids next. No, I'm not talking about niche interest type of weird, but I'm talking about the folks that were actually on some questionable stuff. Stuff that would make you wonder why they're not on a watch list. Like, peep game and lock in real quick. I'm about to tell y'all a story. Pause the music. So, a little while ago, I was in a Snap group chat with a bunch of other people from my same grade. We were sending videos, like funny videos and whatnot. And one morning, while I decided to wake up and check my notifications, I see this one dude sends a video of a dog giving a dude a head. I had to wipe my eyes and look again to make sure I wasn't tweaking. But I saw it. And somebody had the audacity to call the dog a quote-unquote throat goat. And to this day, I wonder, what type of crime is he gonna get locked up for? What is his news article gonna look like when he gets arrested? Because he knows good and well he's not getting to any college. Bro, just talking about this story makes me sick. Let's move on to the next type. Alright, so the final type of kids I'll be covering in this video is the rich kids.
10, 50s, 100s. On my mind, all I see is that money. 10, 50s, 100s. On my mind, all I see is that money.
Not gonna lie, when these kids came to school, it was a 50-50 chance of them pulling up with the freshest fit in existence of man, or just throwing on the I don't care fit. And I know that most of them are really only rich because of their parents, but some of them was actually making a living, whether it's either scamming, jugging, or owning their own business. And let's talk about the fact that they had the best financial circumstance in the entire district, but swore they weren't happy. My brother in Christ, do you know how joyous I would be if I was in your spot right now? I promise you, I'd be spamming straight steak and eggs for every breakfast of my life, swimming in a pool of money like Scrooge McDuck, going band for band with anybody who got a problem with me. Oh, you don't like how I spoke? Band for band. Oh, what you say? My shoes cost more than your whole fit, brokey. Hey, but if guys see a fit, it's gonna happen to me one day. Hey, but I'm just praying and hoping for now. That's all I can do. And for my next topic, we'll be discussing lunch. To start this section off, I want to give a personal thank you to Michelle Obama for making it legal for schools to serve whatever the hell this is. Man, with how our food be looking in the school, you'll be thinking that they served us a fake lab experiment or something. Man, they was trying to serve us mystery meat, whatever type of lab-grown cheese they could find.
Oh well, as long as it looks healthy.
They had to have been blind, bro. Like, what am I looking at on my screen right now? What am I supposed to be seeing? Man, I wish every single school page had a Yelp so I could give 1 star to every single meal. Then you had the fiends at lunch trying to make a concoction out of any ingredient they could find on their tray, talking about some,
I bet you $5 you won't eat this.
you damn right I won't. Not about to put me in the ER looking like Mr. Krabs when he ate that expired patty. If you even took a whiff of that, your entire body would start to fail, starting with your organs. Here lies the body of a dum-dum who thought it was alright to eat school lunch. Not me though. Y'all stay safe. Alright, and I think another thing that I'm going to be talking about is school drills. Now I understand it's either state or federal law that every school has to have these drills in case of a school shooter, fire, or a storm, but why are they so impractical? Like, what do you mean hide behind a corner if a school shooter is out? Matter of fact, this reminds me of this one time during the school shooter drill. I was in my teacher's classroom, and all of a sudden we see the doorknob go up and then twist open, and then next thing you know, it's one of the DDM students standing in our doorway. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, if that was not a drill, we would have been turned into mincemeat and chum. But to wrap this video up, the last thing we're going to be talking about is checking, roasting, joning, checking, baking, whatever you call it. Either way, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. Trying your best to make fun of someone's characteristics or appearance as much as possible, for comedic purposes of course. But on average sessions, these either go 2 ways. You either get burned beyond repair, or you made somebody embarrassed to show their face for a minute. Oh, and best believe, if it was 2016, you were done for. Thinking about it got me crying, bro, because folks really hit a pose like this and then proceed to fry the duck skin off you. Oh, and you can't forget the iconic phrases back then too. Yo mama and boy, if you don't get— yeah, this reminds me of this one time I went to school, bro. During 7th grade, I had on jean shorts and folks proceeded to fry the absolute hell out of me. Best believe, bro, I never wore jorts again. But hey, it took me a long while to learn how to really check somebody, because at first I didn't know how to read somebody, how to find features to check about. But then it all clicked to me when I just saw some funny looking features and I started going off.
Come on, cuz Dennis Rodman looking ass nigga, freaking face ass nigga, ugly ass nigga, Jaden Smith looking ass nigga, rocking face head ass nigga, weed controller head ass nigga, donut stick head ass nigga, ugly face ass nigga, alien looking ass nigga, Raj off American Dad looking ass nigga, stupid fingers ass nigga, retarded fingers ass nigga, CDC fingers ass nigga, real slow, real stupid, real retarded fingers ass nigga, sideways bush dead, upside down face ass nigga. So ugly ass on.
But yeah, I think you get the point by now. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this video up. Thank y'all so much for watching. I've spent so many hours recording this video because I love my fans. I love y'all and I love everybody who support me. So yeah, just keep supporting me and we'll get some more content soon. If you got any suggestions for my next video, let me know in the comments and I'll work something out. With that being said, stay blessed, have a good day, and God loves you.